What is up, Cheddarpot Nation? It's your boy Cheese coming to you live from the Cheese Dome. I am here with my co-hosts Clay and Cole at Cheddarpot HQ. What's up?
What's going on? How we doing?
Check. 1, 2. What up?
I'm good.
God damn.
Had to squeeze.
This is
one
our
of those
first
in there.
recording in like 2 weeks, at least, right? 2
Yeah.
weeks. Feels like longer. I feel rusty. I feel like a little out of my element, but I'll get right back into it, I'm sure, at some point.
Absolutely.
But we are here to talk about some Minnesota sports. A lot has gone on in the last couple weeks since we last talked. But before we get to that, tell me how you guys have been.
I've been good, man. I was in Utah walking around.
You were back from Utah.
No, I wasn't. Just been working,
I was
man.
in Utah as well.
Yeah. You were somewhere else, actually. You were walking around in New York.
I did. I was walking around in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Windy City.
Walking in Buffalo.
Just walking. Just hanging out.
Yeah. Actually, more specifically, Elcottville. Just about
Elcottville.
4 minutes out there, Buffalo, up in the hills.
Shout out
Just
Nate, Pat, and all those
Yeah,
boys.
Shout out to our fantasy football boys, who probably don't listen to this, but
Yeah.
I'm still shouting them out too.
Absolutely.
Cole, how about you, bro? Oh, it's time to be real. I guess I'll have to wait.
I'm doing well. Life is moving forward. Contrary to what many people thought when the Wolves lost, the world did not come to an end. Life goes on. No, things are real good. I do want to clarify. I did a joke a moment ago that neither of you made a comment on, and I want everyone to know I recognize that New York City is not the Windy City. That was the joke. But you neither of you made a comment, so I don't want to come across like I'm an absolute idiot. So
I do love. I think that's a funny joke, man. I'm sorry I missed it.
thank you. No, that's okay. It's not,
No,
I can't
I'm
even
really
take credit.
sorry.
It's
That
not
was
even
really
my
good,
joke.
dude.
I hope you can forgive me at some point.
You're funny as shit, bro.
I know. I love when someone posts us, like, especially my friends who live here in Chicago, if they put on like their Instagram story just the skyline, which we all see every day because we live here. I like to respond to it and be like, "Oh, the Big Apple."
Yeah, there you go.
Or be like, "Oh, San Francisco looks beautiful today." Because the joke is, I know it's Chicago. Anyways, we're
it's the
so
joke.
back.
It's the joke I literally made a second ago.
I
Yes,
love New
love it.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
We're so back.
This time of year.
Albuquerque is delightful.
Anyway.
All right.
Things are good.
Enough
I'm
about
doing well.
our real lives. How about we move into
What about
talking
you?
about
No.
why people
No,
are
no, no.
actually
We
here
just
for? Guys,
No,
girls.
No,
what's
I want to hear more
about what?
about you, Cheese. Tell us more.
There's nothing else to say. I've been walking around New York. I just got back.
Weren't you in Utah for a little bit?
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was at
let's-
Utah. I
cut
visited
this
this
out.
really weird house.
Let's move on. God damn it.
So Justin Jefferson, which this is
Let's
the
go.
reason I'm wearing this jersey. I've been wearing this jersey all day. I didn't just put it on for the podcast. But our good friend Justin Jefferson got the contract extension finally that happened yesterday morning.
Let's go.
And $140 million, 4 years. Highest contract in the history of the NFL for a non-quarterback. Rightfully
Incredible.
so. He's the best, in this era at least, probably the best non-quarterback you've watched play football. Next to maybe like Aaron Donald. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah. What do we think? Some are saying overpay.
No.
I wouldn't say that. What do you guys think?
Tell those people to shut the fuck up. This is, dude,
dumb as
honestly, okay. Every single wide receiver, like big wide receiver contracts, is going to be the biggest of all time. That's just the way it is. I'm so happy we got it done when we did, because there's going to be another one, probably this offseason. But
Yeah, no, CD Lamb, I think, is up next. He'll probably get the closest
Yeah,
one to Justin. But we needed JJ back in the house for
course.
not OTAs, their actual training camp.
Yeah.
And we needed him for the photo shoot for the New Jerseys.
That's
for
true.
the Winter Warrior.
it's very true.
So thank God, like you said, good thing we got it done when we got it done.
Yeah,
We needed it done.
I'm really happy we got it done. He deserves it, every single penny. I think that he's probably the biggest leader on this team at this point. I mean, we got CJ Ham, sure, that's the longest tenured player we have, and I'm sure behind the scenes he is a massive leader, but JJ's our guy, he is the face of the Vikings right now. So I'm very, very happy we ended up getting that done. Cole, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the signing. Obviously, I mean, let's be honest. Any
Imagine if you hated it.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Is imagine any Vikings fan being pissed at. I mean, you can argue over the amount. Is it too little? Is it too much? The term, whatever. Right. We just wanted to get JJ locked in, because he's our guy. He's a star. Even success aside from like trying to perform and win a Super Bowl and be a good team, he's just fucking fun to watch. I mean, that's every single franchise dreams of having a star player. And honestly, for the first time, I feel like in a long time, I mean, you look at Minnesota sports, you got Royce Lewis, you got Kirill Kaprizov, you got Anthony Edwards, and then you got JJ. We got 4 like high market stars, not just locally, but nationally. Everyone recognizes these as some of the best players in their respective leagues. So
Royce Lewis about to be, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but no, anyways, just very excited about it. I think it's a fine amount too. I don't think we overpay. I think it's expensive, but that's always going to happen when every year they're going to keep increasing the amount of money that's put into these leagues. So it's only a matter of time.
Especially at the salary cap.
Yeah, another contract some way down the future here is going to be bigger than that.
Do you know?
JJ again.
Do you know how much we have left in cap space?
For this season, I believe around 26 mil.
Good God.
So that's enough to go out and still get somebody pretty prominent.
Dude.
There's still some good free agents out there too.
Yeah.
So
we just signed Reisner, by the way.
Kwesi.
Got him
back.
back.
We did. The O-line is pretty much filled out, which is fun. Yeah. No, I like Dalton Reisner. I think all 3 of us are big fans.
Huge. Love that guy.
Dude's got crazy offensive line aura.
Yeah.
When you talk about like sports player aura. No, that dude is just like the epitome of an offensive lineman. Just a dog, too.
He's like the Jared Allen on the other side of the trenches. That's kind of the vibes I get. But, man, I'm really excited about it. We got Van Ginkel.
We got Van Ginkel. Which is
Ginkel.
crazy.
Van Krinkle?
Can't believe it.
That one. So, besides that, this team looks great, man. I'm really excited about it. I think we're going to surprise a lot of people like we've already talked about.
Everybody's sleeping on us.
We'll just kind of see what happens. I don't know. What are you thinking?
We'll see what happens.
We better because we all predicted winning records.
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
For our sake and for our future in podcasting, we hope so. So
you still got it right there.
No, it's excitement. Yeah. Something I was just thinking of too, and
12-5.
This isn't some groundbreaking thought here, but just realizing, I love Kirk. I wish him the best in Atlanta, but how much different those negotiations would have been with JJ and his camp.
Oh my God.
If we had signed Kirk to another big contract. Instead, they got to go over there once we let Kirk walk, and they were like, pick a number. Yeah. And then obviously, there was more to it than that, but that just probably made JJ like a little. I mean, obviously, I know JJ loves Kirk too, but I'm sure he was excited for the future and being able to get his bag.
It's a blank slate.
Yeah. So
it's exciting.
I mean, from what people were saying in the media, on Twitter, the social media, it sounded like JJ was totally locked in from the jump. Like there was never a chance this wasn't going to happen. I think it was like, we're going to wait for the new fiscal year, semantics, blah, blah, blah. But speaking of the quarterback position, it sounded like he had definitely a voice in like what they wanted to do. Though I'm sure any smart person would be like, yeah, try to draft up high and get a good quarterback. But like, he's a leader, like Clay said. He's one of our biggest leaders in the clubhouse now. He gave a really nice press conference, or he had a press conference, and he talked about J.J. McCarthy. Just had some really good stuff to say, and like immediately recognized how he's got to be like the one to help him gain confidence, and like who better to throw the ball to if you're trying to gain confidence than J.J. So really glad we got him.
Wait, which J.J.?
We're gonna.
We got too many.
Which J.J.
It's a really funny joke,
which one.
Cole. Good job. That was awesome.
Which one.
My favorite part of his press conference was when he talked about getting pucks deep.
Yep.
Was that one good?
Hey,
that one?
Pucks on net.
I remember the pucks on net. Yeah, he ended it that way, which was awesome.
Justin, what are you talking about? Oh, sorry. I'm never mind.
Anyway,
he's been watching a lot of playoffs. He's been watching a lot of Stanley Cup playoffs. Well, that's a good segue. Unless you guys had anything else to add to this.
No, that's
JJ
good.
thing.
It's happy thoughts.
Yeah,
happy feels about it. We're all pumped.
With JJ, I guess with JJ McCarthy, it's a rookie quarterback. You don't know what you're gonna get. I mean, it's but it seems like we got a guy who works his ass off, I love that he's a huge meditating guy too. So he's got his mental game strong. Reports were saying that he was really iffy first week, a lot better the second week, and third week, not a single ball has hit the ground. So
just getting comfortable. Too,
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure.
So I'm really excited to see this guy play, man. Even if it's just in preseason, I just want to see what we got. But
Well, it seems like from what I've heard at least, of all the quarterbacks, that were drafted this year, each one had like their it factor, the thing that had them stand apart from the rest. But it's obviously for McCarthy it was that he's a winner. He's been part of a winning team and winning mentality, and it seems like he works well within a system. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm completely blanking on Michigan's coach's last name. Is it Harbaugh?
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
Jim
But
Harbaugh.
he's been there for a while and has a system set up. So for McCarthy to go in there and Harbaugh. So, anyways, all this to say, him coming in, I mean, he couldn't have a better system around him, support, positivity, and then obviously talent. I mean, it's not like he's Caleb Williams going over to the Bears, who have a lot of work to do, to say the least.
And it seems like, dude, JJ, I mean, as you guys know, friend of the podcast, Kate Vaughn, cheerleader of the Minnesota Vikings.
You just love.
Yeah,
You love
yeah,
bringing
dude, it's so dope, dude.
It is very cool.
But
it is very cool.
besides, so I guess the cheerleaders, they do like this whole kind of meditation thing every so often, and they'll just be in the on the field in the middle of the field, and JJ and Jordan Addison apparently joined that for a little bit. So it sounds like they just kind of like to. JJ's just kind of making friends with everybody, man. He just seems like he's comfortable. He likes to be here. I'm excited to see him play, man. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say.
Dude, Kate being a cheerleader is already coming in clutch. Like,
It's so dope, dude.
who else would have known that?
Insider
Yeah,
information.
what other podcast?
We have
is
boots
talking
on the
about that?
ground.
I love it.
Boots on the ground, dog.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on to let's talk a little NBA before we get to the finals, which start tonight, by the way.
Ooh, wait.
do-
You're right.
Yeah, game one is tonight. So we're gonna get our predictions on that here in a second, but I really want to talk about
tomorrow, right?
the Minnesota Timberwolves 2023-2024 Minnesota Timberwolves for a
Let's do
second.
this.
So season's over. The last time we talked was before that Denver game, right?
It was, yeah, and
so-
they won that, which was awesome. So
Yeah. So we win game 6 and 7. We win the series. Amazing feeling. We go into the series with Dallas, and just kind of looks like the boys were a little more tired than they expected to be, and ended up losing the series 4-1. But I got to say, the Mavericks look awesome, and I don't think that we lost because of our own doing. I do think they were the better team. It was pretty brutal to end the season the way we did, but I think it was just such an incredible run and ride to get to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. And it was all worth it. I mean, it was painful watching Dallas beat us, but like I had in the back of my head just always the fact that this has already been such a great season. No matter how it ends, I'm still going to appreciate it. So all that to say, thank you to the 2023-2024 Minnesota Timberwolves for giving me so much serotonin for a whole fucking year, giving me something to brag about and look forward to like almost every day. So shout out to them. I know they're listening. Boys, Clay, as your first season as like a true hardcore Timberwolves watcher, how did the season make you feel? Don't cry.
Nasreed. Dude.
Well said.
Okay, so last few years. So the first year I actually like watched some games was the year that we won the play-in Super Bowl. With Pat Bev and shit.
We are the champions.
That was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. But the next year I watched some games, a lot more than I did that year before. This year, dude, I'm talking. I probably watched upwards of 65 plus, and it was, goddamn, that was electric, man. The highs and lows. We went on some slumps. We went on some massive. We played lights out a lot of the year. And Ant was
From
really
start to finish.
dude, oh my God. Ant was a highlight reel every single game. If not like every third game, there was some crazy Sports Center highlight from this guy. We're going to be
Off the
awesome.
backboard.
He postered so many people this
Dude,
year.
it was
So many
unbelievable.
people.
So we're going to be good for a while. I don't know how much of this squad we're going to keep. I'm genuinely curious about that, and I think we should actually kind of just speculate for a little bit. But
I'd like to do that, yeah.
I mean, if we can keep most of the squad together, especially Nas, I want to keep Cat. Don't say shit, Cole. Cat should stay. Known Cat hater. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Not
No, you just said
particularly.
one thing last podcast that made everybody kind of a little bit upset, but besides,
And we
that,
haven't forgotten.
No, we haven't
I
forgotten.
guess not.
Cat
No.
Nation hasn't forgotten.
Besides that, man, I'm really excited for the future. First time in 20 years we've gotten this far, and let's keep it going. That's it.
Well said.
Well said. Yeah. No, that's good stuff. I mean, definitely echoing many of the things that. What are you, a detective? What are you trying to?
What you
figure
doing,
out?
bud?
It says low battery, but my computer's plugged in, so I'm trying to figure it out.
This happened to me last time.
Do we want to take a quick pause here? for
No,
you to-
keep talking. Just go.
Okay.
Yeah, keep doing your thing.
Well, yeah, no, I think you both said great things and made great points. For me, they made a new fan. You know, I've loved hoops, but I've typically been more particular to college basketball. I just, especially in this. By the way, I stopped watching NBA basketball for a good period of time when the Golden State Dynasty
Warriors.
was going, because that super team, I was just like, well, this is lame. It's fun to watch that team, but in terms of a competitive nature of the league, it was really boring to me. So I kind of stopped watching around that time. But they brought me back, man. It's been a lot of fun. I think this is the most people were using a term and I can't remember it, but essentially saying that this is the most spread out and like even the league's been in a long time in terms of talent.
Parity.
Thank you. This is the most parity the league's had in a long time. And I believe it, man. All these teams have looked competitive at any given point in time, but definitely back to being a Wolves fan. Call me a bandwagon if you want. I'll always be a Minnesota sports fan. I just wasn't particularly an avid watcher just because there wasn't much to watch with it. Yeah. And I'll go as far as to say I'm a diehard Wild fan.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't watch a whole lot of them this year because they were kind of wishy-washy for a lot of the year, and it was frustrating to watch. But anyways, all this to say, tremendous run. I'm with you, Cheese. There were a lot of frustrating moments, but a ton of serendipity and serotonin coming from this team. Very, very fun. I am not a Cat hater. I actually think
We're just kidding.
I think Cat takes dumb fouls sometimes, but a lot of players do that. Jaden does that. I think the team needs to reassess how they use him because there were games that they were using him incredibly effectively, and then there were games where I'm like, what are we doing with him? And to be fair, that Mavs series, there were a couple games where. Well, not a couple games. That whole series, I think he shot 25%, and he's on average I think he's like a 45%. Yeah. So, you know what? People will say he didn't. That's all on him. I think that's the way it falls sometimes, man. Kyrie and Luka would not miss, and who knows? Maybe when they play, I think they're the better team than the Celtics. I think the Timberwolves, by the way, played the two hardest teams in the whole bracket this year with the Nuggets
100%.
and the Mavs. But I think the Mavs will beat the Celtics, but I also, as is any professional sport, maybe Luka and Kyrie just hit a cold spurt or they lose a game or two and then they get in their head and they're not shooting well because they shot nutty. Shooting from the logo and swishing that, oh my gosh, absurd. So kudos to them.
Luka Doncic is an alien.
He is.
He's an actual
kudos
alien.
to the Mavs. Best of luck to them in the next round, but go Wolves.
Yeah.
He is, there's no way to stop Luka.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah, it was that first game, it was so annoying and I was just like, okay, whatever, like it's not going to keep happening. And then game 2 when he hit that shot, I was just like, fuck, dude, like he's him and he's the reason we lost that series. I mean, Kyrie had a couple good games, but no one else really played insanely well. other than Derek Lively, who didn't miss a shot because he dunks everything. So, yeah, it's hard to miss shots
so
when you're
true.
only dunking.
So true.
No, I agree with you on everything you said there, Cole, with like Cat. We need to figure out how to use him more. I think he needs to shoot more. He obviously had that big game 4, had those clutch shots down the stretch, but
Right.
you
'Cause it
know, I
was
think
working. He was making them.
yeah, he had a good game, and then he had another bad game after. But I think something a lot of people are forgetting is that Cat had a fucking meniscus tear and surgery, and came back 2 games before the playoffs started, and played amazing defense in the Sun series, played incredible defense in the Nugget series, and had a couple bad shooting games in Dallas, but still played well, I would say, on the defensive end over there too. And
Nobody talks
still
about
gets well, he gets shit on because, you know, he called himself the greatest, you know, big shooter of all time, which you can argue with the numbers that he is. So he has some bad shooting games when the lights are the brightest and suddenly he's ass. But I think there's no debate that if he's not on our team, we do not make it to the Western Conference Finals. Just a fact.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So let's use that to move on to the NBA Finals predictions, which we just got from you, Cole. I know you said the Mavs, but do you have how many games? you
5 or
wanna-
6. 5 or 6 games.
I'm gonna need you to pick one.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down.
You know what? I think, man, you know, this is why and never in my life would I ever want to be a sports pundit because
Yeah,
like,
it's hard.
well, and how many times did we see people reverse their picks back and forth throughout all the different playoff series this year?
Yeah, after every game.
I'll just make a call and I'll go with it. I'll say Mavs in 5 because I don't think the Celtics beat them in more games than us. Granted, 2 of the 5 games we played against the Mavs could have gone either way down the stretch. So, yeah, I want to say 4-1. I think the Mavs take it in dominating fashion because I think we're a better team than the Celtics, even though I don't think we played as best as we could have. Well, we played well, but we just didn't capitalize. So that's my prediction.
We're definitely off.
It's a good prediction. I think that's well thought out.
For me,
Mavs in the-
I can't. I haven't even thought about this, man.
Perfect time.
Yeah, I'm just off the cuff here. I think, dude, I mean, it all depends because you never know when, let's say, game 2, all of a sudden Luka's not making every single fucking shot he shoots. You know, like that could possibly happen. I want it to be Mavs in 7. I would love that. Part of me is, yeah, fuck it. Mavs in 7. Let's do it.
Mavs in 7,
Let's do it.
says. You just got to go with your gut sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, in the track
Okay.
record we've seen from them so far in the playoffs, and he hasn't stopped playing as he's been playing. So I'm going to ride with that.
Yeah.
Fun. So game 7, finals will be 7.
I like these numbers because mine's not going to be super far off from you guys. I have the Mavs in 6. I have put some thought into this. So Cole's got 5, I got 6, Clay's got 7. So, well, we all picked the Mavs too, which is cute.
We need to stop agreeing on everything.
I know. I think, well, at least we picked different
Suns
games.
in 12.
Suns in 12. Shit, what was I going to say? No, the Mavericks, I think, have had such a hard run, similar to us, where, you know, we played some hard teams. They played a very good, scrappy Thunder team, and
Yeah, 100%.
they won that series 4-2, and a lot of those games were really close, similar to our series, too. So, like, that was not an easy series. They beat the Clippers, too, before that, who didn't have Kawhi Leonard given, but still a good team. And then, you know, they dominated the best defense in the league. So I think just purely based off of momentum and confidence that there's no chance that the Celtics can win this series. Can they win some games? Yes, I think they will win 2 games, right? But I just don't. I think like the toughness and everything that they've learned with Kyrie, who's already a champion, and Luka, who's in the prime, and possibly could be the best offensive player that we've ever seen. You know, people don't talk about it, but he's been first team All-NBA the last 4 seasons.
Yeah,
it was only a matter of time before he got here. So if the Celtics can figure out a way to stop that, good for them, but I don't think it's going to happen. So Mavs in 6, for sure. I would put money on it. I'm not going to, but I would.
It's also just the West this year is far better. It's not even close, dude.
Yep. And everyone's like, oh, the Celtics won so many games. It's like, yeah, they're in the fucking East, dude.
Yeah, but they still
the Hornets
play a
4
lot
times.
of the West. But Do you know
but
like
it's-
the stats behind that? How many West teams they play a year? Is it even?
It's got to be like a third.
Burped. Sorry.
Depends, but it's similar to like other sports. You play like your division the most, so and they're in a division with the fucking Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah,
like
I mean it's.
they didn't have a very hard road to
Yeah.
being really good, but they are really good. Like their team
they're a
is
very
stacked.
good team still. I mean, they're
Yeah, if
there
they're hitting
for a
their
reason.
if they're hitting their threes, then it's probably gonna be a dub for them. But I just don't think they'll be consistent in that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll
Though.
see.
They've been
Yeah.
here before. They've been in the finals. So
We will see.
yeah, we'll see. Should we move on to more predictions about playoffs, but this time about hockey?
Yes, please.
So we've got a big one. We got the Florida Panthers in their second straight Stanley Cup Finals, taking on the Edmonton Oilers. We got McDavid versus Chucky, dude. McJesus, excuse me.
Jesus.
What are our thoughts here?
Dude. All right. I
Who you
have
got?
no idea. If you ask me right now who I'm predicting, I couldn't tell you, man. I mean, my heart would love. I want to see Connor hoist that thing, man. I think that would be amazing. We haven't seen something like that since OV back in 2018, and I would love to see McDavid win it. Because dude, like a few weeks ago, we were talking shit like the Oilers fucking suck. They're gonna lose the series, and will McDavid
I don't know
leave
if I
after
was
some?
talking
And then
shit.
here he is in the fucking Stanley Cup Finals, and
Yeah.
dude, oh my god! I mean, they have such an electric offense, but they have never figured out the goaltending, and all of a sudden, they just have goalies who are standing on their heads, just
they're good
locked
goaltenders.
in. Oh my god! So, bias-wise, just from what I want to see, I would say Oilers in 6. But it's realistic. I don't, man. The Panthers.
You only get one choice.
Okay, one more thing I want to bring up, though. There have been so many teams on the cusp for a long time. The Panthers have been one of those teams that have just gotten so close, and it seems like they're about to, break into that, finally get the finals. They did it last year. They lost. The Hurricanes are another one. The Rangers are another one of those teams that just, that was why I picked them. I just felt like
Stars and the Bruins too.
Finally, yeah,
Or,
exactly.
well, yeah.
it just, Bruins, first round last year.
Well, I know, but they've made it far consistently in the playoffs.
That's true.
It feels like for a little while. Maybe I don't know.
But
Maybe I'm wrong.
despite that, the Panthers seem like it's finally their time. So realistic prediction, I'll have to say Panthers in 6. But damn it, dude, I want to see McDavid.
What are you picking then? Are you taking your?
I
realistic
just
or-
said Panthers in 6.
right, but before
Cats
that
in
you
6,
said
dude.
Oilers in 6.
I said
Well,
my
he was
heart
saying
wants to say that.
He was
Okay.
like,
So
that's from his heart. It's different.
Okay.
Head versus heart.
Open your fucking ears.
Come on,
They're
bro.
open.
Damn it.
Open your mind to the possibility.
Open your mouth and say what you want to say.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Good save.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pick who I want to win, and I think the Oilers will take it in 7 because I want to see
Ooh,
McDavid
game
hoist the
7.
cup. It's a comparison I've seen many times. They'll show star players lifting or holding the trophy of their championship, their final, whatever it might be. And for every other sport, they're excited. But when they show star players, and really any player for that matter, hoisting the Stanley Cup, the energy is off the charts. So I'm excited to hopefully see Draisaitl and McDavid, even though Draisaitl is a pretty dirty player and I don't really care for him that much. Zach Hyman.
He's got a cool name.
I really like Zach
he's
Hyman,
dope.
so I want to see him. And
Fuck
he's
with that.
having the best year he's ever had. So I'd love to see them do it, and I'm going to pick them to do it in 7.
Oh, that was so sick.
Clay makes some good points, though. The Cats have been there for, they've been knocking on the door, and they've been itching to have it. So that's why I'm picking 7. I think this is going to be a very back and forth game. I actually think that home ice will play the biggest role in this playoff series. I think it'll be the most impactful, actually, which it hasn't seemed like it has been for most of the NHL
Yeah.
playoffs. So
It's interesting, but also you just can't discount the heart of a guy named Matty Tkachuk, dude. That guy wants it more than I think any human on
Legacy.
this fucking earth. Oh
hey,
my
he's got
God.
big shadows hanging over him, so
Yeah.
of course he wants to
So-
make his mark. So
We'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be a great series.
what do you got,
Yeah.
Cheese?
Well, I've been pretty tapped in for these playoffs. Obviously, I'm not like a huge regular season watcher, but after watching a lot of these Oilers games, I'm a lot more impressed with them than I thought I would be, because from what I knew, they were like dynamite couple, like two studs, right? One is the greatest of all time, perhaps, next to Gretzky. But like, could their defense hold up? And it has so far. But I just like, I've watched a lot of the Panthers games because my boy Nick, big Panthers guy, part of why I picked them. Dude, they are very good.
Yeah.
They play so fast, so aggressive. And Kachuk is just like the epitome of a hockey guy, in my opinion. And like the kind of guy that I like you would go to war for. So I just like, I think all of that is going to be way too much for the Oilers to handle. I think they get a game, but I have the Panthers in 5.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Give me the Cats.
Love it.
Give me the Cats.
Yeah, but here's something I want to share really quickly. I think is interesting. So the Oilers made some changes in their offseason, but I think it's a testament to show you that any given year can be the year for a team.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, you mentioned it earlier.
The Mavericks, dude.
Well, I'll pull this back to basketball. You said you thought they were the better team, and I'll agree. Next year, could that be the case? It may not be, because we could make no roster changes, and next year with just more experience, more synchronicity, just working together, and then some players just getting hot. I mean, look at Zach Hyman. He's a great example. He's always been a talented player, but this year he's having an insane year, and it's impacting the whole trajectory. Trajectory.
Nailed it.
Trajectory.
Got it. Nailed it. Of the Oilers. So other things are obviously playing a role. They're playing better D. They're having better goaltending, but they've never not had a good team. They just haven't been able to work together when they really needed to happen, and they've been able to do it this playoffs. And again, it's part of its belief and passion and desire, and they have it this year. So, and not just them, but the Cats too. So it'll be the making of a good series.
Everything you were saying is making me think about Luka and the Mavericks, and like obviously Kyrie's a huge part of it, but like Luka's the guy, and they needed to bring in Kyrie to like make it happen. Like, no, I truly believe what you're saying. Like, they were a team that just needed like one or two more pieces to like fill in the weaknesses, and that could change everything. And if that's the case, my prediction is going to look really dumb.
We'll see. Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, those are good predictions. I'm excited to see how this thing goes. It's me against you two guys in the.
You're
the
right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Came out of
Saturday,
nowhere,
baby.
dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been talented.
Oh my god, I know, but that's nobody expected that.
Oh
season.
my
I mean,
gosh.
I'm a big
absurd.
fantasy hockey guy too. I mean, I would have fucking drafted him in a second if I would have known that.
Well, you know who had a year last year similar to what he had this year was Tage Thompson, and now look,
Don't fucking remind me.
this year, just who knows what happened. But that's just to show you. And I think hockey players are a little more volatile in terms of their performance. Some players are consistently always good. Others are streaky up down every single year. So more so than other sports. But we'll see.
No, it's very true. But I would just Tagey, my Pookie Bear. I've had you for 4 years in a row. I plan it to be 5. Please don't do what you did this year. Next year, just a little bit more scoring.
And we know you're listening.
We know you're listening to this.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Don't fucking do this shit again.
What's next, Cheese?
yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, well, next up we got the second best pair of words after Nasreed. We got Royce Lewis talk, baby. Yeah, Royce Lewis is fucking back. That's right,
True
folks.
Pookie Bear.
Pookie Wookie is back from the injured list after playing the first game of the season and then immediately injuring, I believe, his quad or hamstring, one of those two. The big muscles up in your leg. So he comes back against the Yankees, a team that he's, famously openly hated, which is not, like, rare.
Right.
Everyone hates the Yankees. But he comes back, home run in his first game back. Home run. Yes, they do own us. We don't need to talk about the Twins. We're talking about Royce Lewis. Comes back, first game after missing 40-something. Home run. Like nothing happened. He's back.
Yep.
Huh. Could you imagine what would happen the next game if he hit another home run? Well,
That'd be
guess what?
crazy.
He did. He
Oh,
did
no
it.
way!
Yeah, he's played 3 games this season, and he's hit 3 home runs. Royce Lewis is the fucking dude, man.
He's him.
So what I want to hear from you guys is, how do the Twins look now that Royce Lewis is back? And if he stays healthy and continues to play like this, what's possible for this team?
We're a lot more dangerous if we're playing anybody that any team that doesn't start with a Y.
That's at least one.
That's at least one team, dude.
We look good as shit, man. I mean, I can't remember if Bucky's even back, but dude, I mean, he's back. Yeah, that's right. I look stupid now, so sorry, Cheddarpot fans. But regardless, dude, Pookie Bear, can we make it 4 tonight? Dude, I don't know.
Do they play tonight?
I think they play tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, probably New York again.
Yeah, but dude, I mean,
They do play tonight.
we're gonna keep
Thanks,
we're
Cole.
gonna keep winning. We keep winning most series, but the moment we fucking play the Yankees, it's just for some reason we just can't win one of them. But at the end of the day, I think.
Well, the Yankees are also really good, by the way.
Yeah, they are very
Just
good
a
this year, I
reminder,
will say.
they're
Very good
killing
this
it.
year. But no, dude, I mean, if we keep it up, we'll get close. I don't know why the Guardians are just refusing to lose any games whatsoever, but I
They're
think
also really good.
we'll keep her in the wild card for sure. But dude, Royce Lewis is he's gonna make a run. I don't know if he'll be All-Star at this point because we're damn close.
It's a little too
But if he
late.
can get 1 home run a game for like the next few weeks or something insane happens like that, you never know.
Get him in the Derby at least, bro.
If anybody's gonna do it, man, this guy
Nah.
is unbelievable.
I mean, given the games played isn't a lot, but what's the percentage of like games played to home runs hit? Right? He's 1,000, right? Like
It's
that sounds
insane.
like somebody you should put in the home run derby. I don't know. Could be fun. If not this year, though, obviously, like he's the future
Yeah.
for sure. All right,
think?
you're
1,000.
obviously
I love
like.
it. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Cheese?
Oh, I was gonna say like I don't know how super well versed you are in the Twins this season because I remember you saying not
well-
as avid a watcher.
Well, I have my wonderful girlfriend that is a big Twins fan. So,
So Rachel, what's your opinion, Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel, what were we thinking?
what's my opinion on Rachel? Okay, let me. No.
Oh no.
No, I'm stoked. Obviously, you know the point I made earlier in the pod here of at the very least, like it's entertainment, it's fun having a dynamic player back like him who has the potential if you're down 4 runs with bases loaded to have that higher percentage chance to hit a grand slam or whatever or make a high impact play. It's exciting. So at the very least, that's encouraging. You know, is he going to be the answer to every single issue or challenge the team has had to overcome or try to figure out? No. Will it help and bolster our lineup and give us more encouragement and give us more belief that this is the team that can, you know, go the distance? It could be. But what is encouraging to me is the fact that we had that 14-game run. How many games? Was it 17? How many games in a row?
Oh
we
no,
won?
yeah, it was like 12 or
12. 11
It
or
was-
12, yeah.
I went to the game we lost. I should know this, but the fact that we can put together a run like that without a player like him, and of course, baseball's a little different. It's not like, you know, hockey or football where a star player will make that large of a difference. I think it's less significant in baseball, but the fact that we did that without him and now we have him is just icing on the cake for me. So, yeah, kind of to summarize that, I'm super stoked. I think he'll do a lot of great things. I think it's obviously a pro for him being back, but I don't know if it solves all the little things that I've seen with the team that can be frustrating or that need to be worked on. So, there we go.
Good job.
Yeah, that was good, man. We're all really proud of you.
Good.
Good job.
Good job, man.
Good job. It's like Michael. Good job. There we go. So, yeah, what do you think? Did you already say stuff about Royce?
I'm just jealous I don't get to high five too.
Yeah, we're gonna do that once an episode, and we have actually, I think, since the first one. So
Cheese, what? Did you see how sad that was? I went like that,
Wait.
and then Cheese goes to do it, and he goes.
because we're gonna be on the right, so we can. No, I don't fucking care. Whatever.
There you go. We did it.
It probably looked. I'll cut it together to make it look like we're
Yeah,
high
cut it.
fiving.
do it in post. I'm gonna open this twisted tea.
Let's go.
Get twisted.
Okay, obviously, there's only so much we can say about Royce Lewis, but before we end this subject, while we're on the Twins, I do want to say something really quick.
Oh God.
Ryan Jeffers is a fucking dog, dude.
Oh, he's that guy though.
Dude, he's like, I remember watching last year and I was like, oh, I guess this is our catcher until we like get like a good prospect or something. No, dude, he's like, I think he could make the All-Star reserves. He's playing so fucking well, man. And he's also, I think, just like one of the most fun personalities on the team, obviously with the summer sausage and all that stuff. He started that, let's not forget. Also, his birthday was yesterday, June 5th.
Happy birthday, Jeffers.
3 days after my birthday. That's right.
Quick little thing I want to say. So
Gemini.
my coworker is a gambling addict. He loves to bet on sports.
That's dope.
This is a good.
By the way, today's program is brought to you by DraftKings. Use our code.
Every major sports league. Don't gamble. It's bad for you. By the way, DraftKings is our sponsor.
What I was gonna say is he was asking me if I knew about the Twins. I said, yeah, a decent amount. I mean, what are you looking at? So he was trying to do a parlay. He asked me if Ryan Jeffers is going to hit a home run. I said he probably will. He's been awesome lately. Made $400 from that. So
Clay knows ball.
clean as well.
Clay knows
Clean as
bets.
base.
The Cheddarpot podcast, official gambling endorsements.
Yep.
Support your
Today's
addiction.
episode brought to you by FanDuel. Use our discount code. Suck my balls.
Where's Kevin?
All
Hart?
right.
We need to get him out here to do a promo.
MGM Grand. Okay. Well, I have on here Cole's Correspondence Corner. Are we doing that today, Cole? You got
Sure.
any
I got
riveting
a question for you
questions?
guys.
We're ready.
I don't know. Okay, so
We're
I
bringing this
have
back.
2 questions. One of them is relatively quick, but this is also, I'm not sure if we had this on the itinerary for this podcast, Cheese. So in lieu of the new alternates for the Vikings coming out, kind of put me in the spirit of thinking of like jerseys and favorites that there have been. So for any major league Minnesota sports team, what has been your favorite era or specific jersey that's been out there? And then the second question is, I want to hear your thoughts on the new jersey that the Vikings put out, the white, what do you call them, the white soldiers, the white warriors?
White Warriors, or the Winter
We'll start
Warriors.
with that. I mean, those are awesome. I
Yeah,
was a
I
little
like
questionable about the silver, but
They're simple.
I'm liking it a lot more every time I look at it.
They kind of, I don't want to ruin it for either one of you, but I'm just going to share what I'm thinking. They kind of look like the away Raiders uniforms, just with purple in it.
Oh, I
they're
see what you're saying.
They're white, and they got the and
The
and
silver,
those jerseys.
the ones
Yeah,
with the
I was
silver
thinking
ones,
Titans,
yeah.
and
honestly.
they're very simple, but so are the Raiders jerseys.
Yeah.
But that being said, just a little bit of purple makes it so much better than the Raiders
It's tasty.
jerseys. So
It's a tasty
it is.
amount of purple too. It's not like
I think it'll look
over-
really,
Okay.
really great on the field
But
too.
let's get to your question though. So you said any major sports
So
team?
so this is we're doing Minnesota because
Minnesota only. Okay.
I'll think about for another pod. Think about of all time any sport.
Oh,
favorite
Clay and I have
jersey.
We'll do
already
that.
done this.
We text about
Like
this.
we have our own
this is our
top 5. So
conversations that I'm ready to do.
I have answers if you want to hear my top 5.
Okay,
But
well,
for
I haven't thought
Minnesota,
about
we'll
that.
talk
Just-
about
just
the
do
any
Minnesota
later.
sports. Minnesota
Minnesota,
sports
was
right
his
now, so.
question.
That's
Let's
fair.
answer
That's
this.
fair. I'll say my opinion on the New Jerseys too. I'll start with that because we were talking about it. I really like them. Of course, people fucking the annoying 18-year-olds on Twitter, the Bengals fans were like, "Damn, everybody want to be like us." Like they're the first team to ever come out with an all-white set with a white helmet. First of all, just want to say how silly it is to try to gatekeep
They're beautiful,
the
by
color
the way.
whites. Gatekeeping the color white is crazy. No, but the helmets are dope. I like that. It's very simplistic. You know, they weren't like, let's make the horn purple or anything. They did like very simple shadow work on it. So it blends nice. The little like silver crests they have. Like I like the touch of silver. I think it's gonna look good on the field. And in movement and stuff. So I fuck with it heavily. I think we all kind of saw it coming. We saw like some of the leaks, but they look great, especially on JJ. Anything looks good on him. But to answer the real question, I probably have to go with.
And you can pick a couple. It's tough to narrow. You can pick one for each team or something.
I've got an honorable mention then. I'll say
do
the Vikings 2000s jerseys, specifically the white with the the yellow stripes. I know.
The yellow and
Clay,
purple stripes on top.
Yeah, Clay really likes those too, so I've been inject that. But
That
I'm
wasn't-
gonna go with the trees for the Timberwolves. That's like my real answer.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
blue,
those
the
are sick.
black, the white one was okay, but like the blue and the black, I always thought were like some of the sickest jerseys.
100%. Very cool.
I've got the blue one in my closet right now for Wally Serbiak. So that's my answer. That's my answer.
Gotcha. Nice.
All right.
Thanks.
So, you jacked my shit, bro. I mean,
Honorable mention.
I
didn't
Minnesota
pick it.
sports. I mean, dude, the away '90s moss, like just picture moss and that beautiful yellow and purple stripe right there. God damn it, dude! If we could bring those back,
Yeah, those were sick.
one of my favorite Vikings jerseys ever. I
The
think
Chris Carter era jerseys were really cool too.
it's the same thing.
That's what I was thinking they were. Okay,
yeah,
good.
same thing.
That's what I thought.
Well,
Just
the
talking
purple
about-
one.
I like those a lot.
Gorgeous.
On the shoulder pad,
Oh
yeah,
my
very
god.
cool.
Besides that, I think my favorite Minnesota sports jersey of all time is the Wild Script from 20,
Classic.
like 2010,
OG, man, I love that.
2012,
Yeah.
2014. Fuck. Or
Is
whenever
that
they
the
brought those
green
out.
one with the gold?
Yeah, the green one with the
just the green
cursive.
with the
Oh my
the
God.
Minnesota wheat is the specific description
wheat?
of that
Beautiful.
cream color. Yeah, no, that's a you know what? I'm with you. It's a great jersey. I like that one
The
also.
So
retro
bummed they got
or
rid of
the
those.
city whatever the the North Stars colors ones they've got right now are like up there too.
Those
for
are
me.
sick,
Very
too.
cool.
Yeah.
The
I
reverse
love those.
retros. Yeah,
Those are very tight.
That's interesting because I was thinking of having that be my pick, just because. Funny enough, I know so many Wild fans like are so sick and tired and pissed off that we keep trying to do like homage to like North Star history and like the color. Take a fucking hike, man. It's part of our Minnesota hockey history. They're like, we're a different team. Okay, we're a different team, but guess what? We don't wear those jerseys every single game. And arguably, I like the Wild's colors. I think it's a better color scheme. Than
It's way
red.
better.
It looks
Red,
so much
red
cooler.
and forest green just sometimes does not work as well, and that's why I also agree that the script, when it was just the forest green and the
Yeah.
cream, looked very good. The red just throws me off sometimes, but even our newer jerseys have very little red on it.
Yeah,
which is good.
they're breaking away from the red, and honestly, I'm very happy
Yeah,
about that.
I think they noticed after they did the Christmas jerseys,
Yeah,
which
that
some
was-
people like too.
But no, I fucking hate
So, anyways, to my official choice, I'm not going to choose a Wild jersey. I do like their stadium series that they did as well.
Okay, those were
But
great with the
those
red.
were great
I
as
will
well.
say.
But I'm going to choose for the Twins, the Twin Cities cream and navy. I fucking
Yeah.
love that jersey so much, man.
The answer
I
is
think
right
it-
under your nose.
I think it looks so good, and I think it's simple. And I love that, like, for me, like, if someone's out and about and they're wearing a jersey and it's got like a giant cat on the front and it's got like all over, like it can be or whatever. I'm
Abrasive.
not trying to single. I just think, or like okay, I'm thinking of the Avs. They got a cool jersey, but like all the shit that's going on. all
Yeah,
the
hockey
colors.
sweaters a lot.
Well, and why I like this is it's just Twin Cities. It's not even
Mm-hmm.
Twins. It's just Twin Cities. Like it's kind of fun that
It's so sick.
It just reps like Minnesota rather than like
Yeah.
the specific team. So
Yeah.
that's my pick. Honorable mention. This is hilarious because Cheese, you're wearing the honorable mention is the purple and gold, no white Vikings uniforms.
Color rush.
The color rush, baby.
So
Wow.
sick. First time I
almost
saw
like-
them, I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like you guys planned this.
That's why I bought them. I know.
Those are cute.
You're either blowing smoke up our asses or this is
No,
just such a
those are
crazy
beautiful, man.
coincidence.
No, they actually are. I was thinking about them, and those are my picks. I think they look really good. But I echo what both of you said. I also think currently the Timberwolves are swingman white classics. Oh my god, I
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
love them. I wish they were a
We
main
can keep
jersey.
going about this, man.
I hate the box shit going on with like our gray lime green
Yeah.
and like I'm not a fan. I know some people like them. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But
No.
I just
They
gave
kind of
an
look
answer,
like
sorry.
soccer kits a little bit. Is what
That's
people
those
say.
are my answers though. Those two.
Yeah.
Those two look great.
No, I love jersey talk. I mean, there's a reason Clay and I have talked about this
Yeah,
before,
we
just
will-
in text.
we
It's
could
like, yeah, it's
going.
fun to nerd
Next
out.
pod
'cause
we'll do your guys's.
Yeah,
for
and
all
I think
teams.
like all of us are pretty well dressed people for like we have a little bit of game when it comes to that stuff. And the ultimate combo of fashion and sports is talking about jerseys. So I fucking love talking about jerseys. I think the Vikings. I've always said like purple is a tough color to pull off. But, like, that's why I think with these sets, like, specifically, like, with this text and this, what they're doing right now looks awesome. They make purple look good. Hot take, I think the way the Ravens use purple is very ugly. So that's just my personal opinion. You can do things right. You can do things wrong. Last thing I want to say about Minnesota sports jerseys, though, I think in addition to this Twin Cities uniform, I think the other jerseys that we have right now, the blue, the white, the gray stripes, we're about to get our City Connect tomorrow. I think the Twins have the best collection of jerseys right now. They just look so clean. There's 100%. There's no piping or not like there's a little bit of on the sleeve, but there's no borders on anything. It's just very clean and simple. I love it.
Classic, baby. It's a future classic for sure.
100%.
No
Music
doubt.
at jersey.
Yeah, we'll save next time for the real ones. But do you have any other thoughts or any of the Cole's correspondence questions?
No, that's it. Oh, I do. I bought a few Timberwolves jerseys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was naughty. I bought them off from the Chinese.
Yeah, I don't remember if we talked. Did we talk about this on the pod?
Yeah. So no,
it was off screen. Okay, it was off.
It was off recording. But I have a couple.
How they look?
They're okay. So I got a stitched Anthony Edwards. Here's the thing: I got large in all of them. They fit just fine without anything underneath. If I wear a T-shirt, they're snug. But the thing I don't like is I get the shoulder pads. So I think I'm just gonna have to wear them without a T-shirt and just kind of swag the
little tank top under maybe.
Yeah,
thin little
show
tank
some
top.
nip, bro.
Too. But what I was going to quickly say about that is, so I got the stitched Anthony Edwards white classic. I got a Nas Reed, just like the screen printed. Well, it's not screen printed, but like the printed one. It's actually pretty good, of the same. And then I got, it was the blue trees. It was like a blue version of that classic, but it's really interesting. I don't know if this is a jersey that's actually out there or just something that the Chinese did for me. I'll bring it next time we do our pod so our viewers and you guys can see it. But it's the blue on the front, and then it's got like almost like black navy on the back.
Oh, that's the city jersey from 21-22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
it's got trees and it says Wolves, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
so
cool.
that was
I
like
it a lot.
That's a dope jersey. Everybody wanted when we dropped those.
Yeah.
Everyone wanted them to keep them full time because those are some of the best we've ever done. Yeah.
No, and it's just it's got a. It's not like it's just like a straight line.
Oh no, yeah, it's like scratching.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like wolf claws. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got that for Ant as well. So that one's good too. But I'll wear that one next time we do the pod. You guys can.
Let's
see
fucking go.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. Well, I only wanted to talk about one more thing before we go, unless anyone's got anything else.
No, we're good.
All right, I want to give a shout out to the Minnesota Lynx of the WNBA.
Oh shit.
That's right. Shit's popping right now in the WNBA, okay? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen, there's like a lot of drama with Caitlin Clark, and obviously, that's all happening. But the real story that people aren't talking about is the fact that the Minnesota Lynx are 7-2 with the second best record in the WNBA, only behind the undefeated Connecticut Sun. The only team better than us is undefeated. We have such incredible talent. Alyssa Peely, who we drafted as a rookie, had a 20-point game the other day off the bench. They look awesome. And I want to, anybody who's out there like thinking they could maybe be interested in the WNBA, waiting for someone to push you, this is the year to watch. Like, it's always been very fascinating and interesting, but it's never been more popular. More money's being poured into it. I think the sport's only going to get better because of that. And the Lynx are really good right now. So do yourself a favor. YouTube TV, you can get WNBA League Pass for like $16 a month. Get every single game. Go watch the fucking Minnesota Lynx hoop, dude. Go watch them hoop at Target Center. You guys can actually go to games. You better fucking go to a couple games.
Oh yeah, we should do that. We should go to.
We should.
Absolutely.
I'll come up for one.
You reminded me though, because we talked about this before the pod even started. Dude, we got to talk about it, man. PWHL. Minnesota,
right.
baby. Come
How
on,
could we forget?
dude.
Speaking
that
of
was
purple.
so...
Champion.
Okay.
Champions.
Not only are they selling out games, dude, they're making history. This is awesome. It's so fun to watch.
State of Hockey wins the first ever
dude,
Women's Professional
yeah.
Hockey League championship. It's like poetic.
Oh my God.
It's poetic.
It was
Yeah.
I had watched the game. I actually, unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch Game 5, but I watched Game 4. Did they go triple OT or is it double OT they went into?
Game 4 was, dude, no, it
When
was
they
double
had the
OT.
goal called off.
Yeah, double
they all
OT,
had
yeah,
celebrate-
exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Not only the fiasco of
They
all
ran
that-
on the ice like they won the... Dude, can you imagine?
Oh, my gosh. It's
God
crazy.
damn it, dude.
But also just the play. And I'll be completely honest. Yes, the play is a little slower than the NHL. But, I mean, that is what it is. I mean, that's kind of what you would expect. I mean,
Yeah.
those guys are bigger. They're just stronger.
They
It is
also
what it is.
can afford way better training because they get paid so much money.
100%. But man, dude, some of the stick handling, the passing, the play work from both Boston as well as the Minnesota team, it impressed me. I had not really watched all too much women's hockey, but definitely interested in following them in the future. It was entertaining.
It
for
was
sure.
a fun fucking
And
season, man.
free. We were able to stream that for free, which was awesome
Yeah,
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube, baby.
So,
Shout
I'll
out
take it.
YouTube.
But yeah,
Thanks,
Game 5.
YouTube.
My wife and I watched Game 5. That was a lot of fun, man. Just
Yeah.
even just the end of it, just watching the ceremony and everything. That was it's history, man. That was really cool. Shout out Kendall Coyne. Because she was 28. I think it was 2018 NHL All Star Game the skills competition. They had her
Race against
Yeah,
McDavid.
race, that was what it was,
Or
yeah.
she didn't race directly, but she
It
was,
was
in the
against
fastest
8 other
skater
guys, and I think she
competition.
was 7th or something like that. But it was
No,
regardless.
dude, I
dude.
think she was like 3rd or 4th. I think she outraced
I
some
can't
of the other
remember what it
guys.
was,
Yeah,
but
regardless, she was incredibly
Insane.
quick and was a great skater. So
That was fun as fuck to watch, man. Of course, she got the game-winning goal. Actually, it wasn't the game-winning goal because it was 3-2. Fuck, I can't remember.
2-0, wasn't it?
It was 2-0, yes. So she got the empty netter at the end of the game. But,
Doesn't matter.
dude,
That's a win.
it was fun as hell, man. That was awesome. So shout out PWHL, Minnesota.
Yes, sir.
Excited to
Yeah.
get a team name next year. I think they're doing a team name next year as well. But
Hey,
Yeah,
we can.
weird that they didn't do that to start, but
well, it's for all the teams,
We
I guess.
can
They just
we can hang
launched
that
it.
banner in XL Energy Center because
Yeah,
they've
the guys-
accomplished more than
the guys
fucking
can't get it
Wild
done.
have. So yeah, Dude, Hoyer- same with the Lynx have to just from their championship years just pepper that all over the Timberwolves because until the guys figure out their shit,
No, those-
women are ruling it, man. They're
those
crushing
banners
it for us,
are
so.
up in Target Center, baby. They look good
Shout
on
out
every
to
single-
Minnesota.
No, but
women's sports.
I mean that they need to like cover the bench. Like when the guys are sitting on the bench, just roll out a banner and have it just lay on top of all of them.
Yeah.
That'll inspire them. All right, I think that seems like a good place to end this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one thing about Minnesota sports
job,
is if we've got a women's team, we're gonna fucking win. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Better
all we know how to
fucking believe
do. So shout out to the ladies for actually showing the people of this state what champions are made of.
Seriously.
100%. Seriously.
All right.
Thank you.
We're gonna call it. Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, I'm Cheese. These are Cole and
I am
Clay.
Cole. Oh, I thought we were gonna.
And I'm Cheese.
I'm Cole.
I'm Clay.
And I'm Cheese.
And I'm Clay. All right. See you guys next time.
See ya.
All right. Bye.